guarantees of the mastermind, of the Humanitarian Millionaires Mastermind, guarantees that I offer you within 1 year of working together. Because I can see how a lot of people keep staying in this, well, what is the guarantee? And what if this, what if that, and all of this? And that keeps creating a lot of hesitation and confusion. And if that's you, I really want you to hear this. So, the first guarantee that I can guarantee you is that we will be able to solve every reason you believe you have as to why you cannot commit to your own boldest vision of making a $1 million impact. So, whatever the reason is, whether this is the reason that's related to your capabilities, reason related to the market, reason related to your family, to someone else's opinion, whatever it is, we are able to solve it. That I can guarantee. Because solving that will help you then realize how your brain will keep constantly wanting to stop you from committing to your boldest visions, right? So I can guarantee you, I can help you solve whatever your brain will come up in the beginning, throughout the process, especially in times when you need to actually start doing things, you need to actually start selling. All of that I can help you solve. So that's my guarantee for you, because I have done it with myself and with so many clients, and you have seen examples of my clients starting their own businesses and journeys. So that is the guarantee I can promise. Another promise that I can make is that you will be able to regulate your emotions in ways that they don't stop you. They will not be able to stop you to actually start the thing or making it successful. So that I can guarantee. We will be able to get you regulating emotions in ways that you can then keep going instead of keep sabotaging yourself every step of the way. Right? I will be able to do that and help you every step of the way. And I will be there with you individually and in a group if you choose to. Another guarantee that I can make is that we can easily make your investment back. Within the year, we can easily get you your investment back. And also, if we really fully commit and get you starting and working, then I'm really rooting for you to at least go for 50K a year. So that is absolutely possible, and I would like for us to aim for it. Another thing that I can guarantee is that you actually start that business, whether it's on the side or as a main thing, that I can guarantee. Starting the business is the hardest part of everything, every journey. And not only starting in the sense of registering and start making the offer and selling it, but actually making the first dollars, first 1,000, 2,000. These are the challenging parts of every journey, and I have seen this over and over again. So therefore, I will be in the trenches with you every step of the way so that you don't quit on yourself, so that you don't avoid the uncomfortable and the unknown, so that you don't give yourself a break saying, oh, I just can't do this, and then stay in that break and never come back. That will not happen. Right? So I will be there all the way throughout the process of going through the difficult parts, but also going through the hardest parts and going through the parts where your brain will be saying it is a lot harder than I thought. So I will be there, and I guarantee that. So I will be there to support you, to go through whatever the emotions, and also to decide and to get back up and doing the things. Right? So starting is the part that I can guarantee you. And then the other thing that I can guarantee you is that once you start doing this, once you start realizing how your brain operates in the unknown territory, once you start realizing how facing and embracing discomfort instead of avoiding it is the new reality, and you start growing, I can guarantee you to help you establish and reinforce a new identity of being the $1 million impact maker. Because without that identity, your brain will want to go back to what it knows best. And that's something that I have seen this over and over again in my own life, especially. And then I can see where my old identity keeps creeping in while my new identity is being established and being reinforced, right? So that those moments where it almost feels like a transitioning within our own identities from one to the other, and those uncomfortable moments where it feels like you are battling inside with yourself and you can't take it anymore and it just feels so hard, those parts we're going to go through together, and that I can guarantee. So when you have these type of guarantees, then, excuse me, then failing does not become something so huge anymore. And when I can give you all of these guarantees, then I really want you to look at what is your brain still saying or arguing as to why you can't, or why this and why that. And if you still keep having those conversations in your brain as to, even if she guarantees, what if this and what if that, I would really like for you to tell me in person, meaning come to a call with me. I have offered this to my email list, by the way, recently, yesterday. And I also saw some people already taking advantage of it, and they're coming to a call with me to discuss whatever the thing that keeps coming up for them as to why they really want this boldest, amazing dream and vision. But then here are all their reasons as to why their brain keeps still shrinking, or keeping them small, or keeping them safe. And therefore, they feel like they just can't get out of or break through their own internal limitations, right? So if that's you, I would really love for you to come to a call using the link below in the description and talk to me about it. Because whatever the thing that keeps you still arguing with yourself as to why you can't and why you're not that type of person, that will then keep you distracted and keep focusing on other things that may not bring you to the outcome you're wanting, right? So instead of spending years thinking about it, or years following me on how I'm doing it and how I've done it and how you could do it, and but you don't do it, that doesn't make sense. So don't do that to yourself. I can see how so many people have been following my journey and following maybe other people's journeys and many, many people's journeys, and then feeling like, oh, they're doing it, but I'm not, and I'm not ready, and I should do this, but then I will be ready. Whatever your objections might be, which are exactly the things, objections that we will be solving in the beginning, that I can guarantee you. So I would like for you to talk to me about what objections that you keep still having, and what is it that your brain is still not allowing you, and then we can solve it. And then you decide whether you want to pursue this or not. Right? Just because you solve the objections doesn't mean that you should pursue it or you don't need to pursue it. You need to decide what you want to do once we solve the objections. So that's why I can give you all of these guarantees that I told you in the beginning as part of this Humanitarian Millionaires Mastermind. And my goal is, as you know, that I would really love to live in a world where making a million becomes like getting a driving's license for humanitarians, right? For humanitarians who just decide, okay, this is something they're gonna do. It's a bit like we see the car or driving a car like a tool, right? Like a tool to our freedom in some way. And of course, for some people, it's a status symbol and other things. But usually, the way we use the cars is the way to move from one place to another that allows us to certain freedom and convenience. And I would like the making the $1 million is like that. Getting a driving license, you know how to do that, you know how to manage your emotions, you know what rules to follow, you know what rules don't really work. All of this, you just get good at it. And so many people doing this will make it so accessible, so normal, right? And that's really what I would like to contribute to, where making a $1 million impact becomes a normal thing to do, that it almost even feels like if you're not doing it, it's like, what is wrong with you kind of thing. Yes. So, by the way, I haven't. I don't. Yesterday I was doing this live, and I didn't mention this, and you probably seeing this, here my scratches. You're probably wondering, and if you're wondering, I fell on the rocks in the sea as I was swimming. So I know that I was walking around like this, and my husband was telling me that what if people are wondering if you were subjected to domestic violence or something? And I was telling him, wow, how times have changed, right? When my mom was actually subjected to violence, physical violence by my dad, she used to tell everyone that she fell, and that's why she had all these bruises. Now I actually fell in the sea, and now we're worried that if people will interpret it this way. You can see how things have changed so much. Anyway, I digress. So, coming back to the guarantees. Now, here is the other part of the story that I really want you to think about for yourself. When you're going and embarking on this vision, whether it will take you several years, 5 6 years, whatever your timeline that you believe that it will take, that you want to be experiencing that life, right? I really want you to ask yourself the question of what are the guarantees that I'm bringing to the table? Because it is amazing that I can guarantee certain things based on my experience, based on my expertise. But I also would love for you to bring your own guarantees to yourself, even though you may not be in the position where you feel like you can guarantee yourself anything, but at least bring to the table this willingness and openness to learn how to commit to big visions, right? Because without you willingness and openness to doing this will not work. So that's why I would really love for you to bring to this mastermind your willingness to say, okay, I have never been able to commit to long-term visions yet, but I'm willing to learn and doing everything that it takes within my power to learn how to do this. That could be your guarantee. Another guarantee that you could bring to the table is really bringing all the amazing qualities that you used to bring to the system, right? Whether you worked for UN or other humanitarian organizations, you could bring that qualities to this journey as well, where you are the professional who gets things done. That's your guarantee to making this vision a reality, and you already have that quality. So I really want you to intentionally bring that quality to this journey together, right? So you are someone who gets things done, so why can't we bring that quality to this conversation and to this journey, so that you can guarantee to yourself that at least all the things that you said you would do, you get them done. Before you were doing this for the system, now you will be doing it for your own vision, right? So this will be your guarantee to yourself. And other guarantees that you can bring, and this is something that I do with myself as well, is that whatever the vision that I commit to and I do, I guarantee myself that whatever the failures that I will go through, I never quit. This is the guarantee that I have. And I used to be someone who was never good at failing, let alone not quitting. I was someone who was very good at failing, and I mean, not failing, meaning avoiding failure, right? And I was also good at just quitting on myself and saying, oh, this doesn't work and I'm not cut out for this. Da, 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 da. I was that type of person. And then I realized that type of person does not experience the boldest, biggest dreams that I really have. So therefore, I learned to be the person who knows or who figures out how to fail and get up and keep going and never quit. So that could be your guarantee. Another guarantee you could bring is you could use me or my expertise as a way to say, okay, she's going to be there for me in case things don't go the way that I know how to, and I will have my full support, and I will at least guarantee myself this type of support along the journey. Right? And I have done this so many times in my own experience. I have relied on my coaches for a lot of different things so that when my own belief system was failing, I was borrowing their belief system. I was borrowing their belief system of how they see me as someone who can do this. So let me at least try to do it, even though I don't believe at this currently the way that things are going, right? And those are the guarantees you can bring to this journey together. And another thing that I really want you to think about is when you give yourself all of these guarantees from my side, from your own side, then what your brain still feel like something is missing, then I really want you to name what that is that's missing, or what that is that's still not right, or still not there, or still not this, still not thing, so that you keep stopping yourself from committing. And as I said, I would really love for you to come to a conversation with me. There are no pitches or nothing else. I just want you to know your own reasons as to why you are the one who keeps stopping you from going for that boldest, biggest dreams. And once you know what those reasons are, once you know your own reasons, once you know your own stopping points, your obstacles, your objections, then you also get to decide what to do with them. And I would love for you to explore this with me together in a session where we really look at, okay, what might be the reasons for you not doing this? And are those the valid reasons? Maybe they are valid reasons, and absolutely you will go and pursue them. But if they're not valid reasons, then what can you do about them? And I would love to help you in everything possible so that you no longer stay in this constantly survival mode of forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. Because that is for me the hardest thing I could do, is forcing myself to do things that I don't want to do, or forcing myself to do things that I know has no sense, or what's the point of doing it, but doing it anyway, I no longer want to do. And I'm assuming you are in the same position currently. So that's why, my dears, I would love for you to have or come up with as many guarantees as possible for yourself, and using the guarantees that I'm talking about to really get serious about doing this work together. And if you are and you want my help in every step of the way, then join the mastermind. The doors are closing 23rd, but I think the spots will be filled in the next few days. So if this is you, now is your time. Have a